This is where Pro Omega Emulsion really comes in. It's like a citrusy sorbet. It tastes really good, which is what I love about it. I'm super excited that we actually have a liquid fish oil. And a lot of times when people think about liquid fish oil, they think this oily, yucky, fishy thing. And I'm a foodie and I could not handle and I would not be able to stand that. The reason we created Pro Omega Emulsion is because there is a lot of people with autoimmunity that have swallowing problems, or they have problems with the size of a capsule for fish oil, or their kids. So for that reason, we created Pro Omega 1000 Emulsion. And the reason is that in autoimmunity, it is crucial to get really high doses of omega-3. We're talking about 3,000 to 4,000 milligrams a day. That's autoimmune dosing. What studies have found is that when people with autoimmunity take omega-3s around the 3,000 to 4,000 IUs a day, what happens with that is that it is anti-inflammatory. It's also really good for brain hormones. It's really good for pain. It's really good to decrease inflammation around skin, hair. A lot of people with autoimmunity also have problems with really dry eyes or saliva or vaginal dryness with lichen sclerosis. And really high doses of omega-3s is really crucial. We also find that high doses of omegas is really helpful for people who have a lot of what we call neural inflammation. So you're talking people with MS, even people with Parkinson's, and sometimes people with depression, anxiety, ADD. The amount of neural inflammation from autoimmunity needs to be combated. And that means you have to have fat that absorbs from your gut, like omega-3s, that goes through your gut and goes through your bloodstream and crosses the blood-brain barrier to get in there because you know why? The brain is made up of fat, healthy fat. So it's really important to get omega-3 specifically to cross the blood-brain barrier into the brain to actually help with neural inflammation. And this is where Pro Omega Emulsion really comes in. Number one, it is not an oil, it's an emulsion. So it's like a citrusy sorbet. It tastes really good, which is what I love about it. Number one. Number two, it's easy to figure out how much you need because each teaspoon is approximately about 1,000 milligrams of omegas. So I would do like 3 teaspoons a day. I would do 1 in the morning, maybe 2 at night. However you want to, if you want to take all 3 at once to make it easy, totally fine. I like to take 2 teaspoons at night just because at night is when a lot of these brain hormones are made. And so giving the healthy fat, the omega-3 at night right before bed is nice to help some of these hormones make in your brain. Because a lot of these hormones, the molecules that starts the hormones is actually sometimes a fat molecule, believe it or not. And a lot of hormones are being made are actually starts with a cholesterol molecule, healthy cholesterol molecule that turns into these hormones. So I like to actually give a big dose of omega at night. So typically I'll tell people to take 1,000 in the morning and then 2,000 at night. A couple other points is that the fact that it tastes great is really nice, especially for kids. So feedback, amazing. Kids really love the taste of this and don't have a problem with this. So for kid dosing, when you're looking at kids, if they have autoimmunity, I would say that if they're older than the age of 10, they probably should be on about 2,000 IUs a day, which is 2 teaspoons a day. If they're under 10, I would say 1 teaspoon a day is plenty for them. I would say that would be great dosing. If they don't have autoimmune disease, you could half that dose. That's Pro Omega 1000 Emulsion, one of my favorite products. I have swallowing problems myself, and that's what I love to take. I do 1 teaspoon in the morning, 2 at night. Now, just a note of what kind of fish. Make sure that you look at the ingredients on the website. Sometimes the manufacturer, sometimes we have to switch fish. So that's why I want to make sure that you actually look at the ingredients on the label to make sure it's not a fish that you're allergic to, because some people do have certain allergies to fish. At the time of the recording right now, the kind of fish that you're looking at would be like sardine, anchovy, or mackerel would be the source of the fish currently in Pro Omega Emulsion. However, make sure when you're purchasing it to check the current label that's on the product to make sure that it is not a fish that you're allergic to. So there's Pro Omega 1000 Emulsion for you.